Hello everyone. Dear students, this e-content explains line by line explanation and complete analysis of the poem Sonnet 116. Let me note the marriage of true mind written by William Shakespeare. Read the poem. Let me note the marriage of true minds. Admit impedance. Love is not love, which alters when the alteration finds, or bends with remover to remove. Oh no, it is ever fixed mark, that looks no tempest, and it's never shaken. It is a star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although it is heightened to be taken. Love is not time's full, though rosy lip and cheeks within his bending sickle compass comes. Love alters not with the brief hours and weeks, but bear its out even to the edge of doom. If it be error and upon be proved, I never return, nor a man ever loved. Author's note: Shakespeare was a playwright, poet, actor from England. He is largely recognized as a great playwright and the writer of English literature ever. He is frequently referred as the Bard of Avon, an English national poet. William Shakespeare, an English poet and playwright, wrote Sonnet 116. It was most probably written in the first half of 1590 and first published in 1609. The poem goes into great details about true love and the strength of love. The speaker shares his view that no hardship or passage of time that can diminish true love. Line by line explanation of the poem. Line 1: Let me note the marriage of true minds. In depth explanation of the text and context. The sonnet opens with the poet declaration that he will not admit any obstacle to the union of the true minds. This suggests that the poet is advocating for the pure and unchanging love that transcends physical and external changes. The line sets the tone of the sonnet, which explores the idea that true love is constant and unwavering. Let us see the line 2: Admit impedance, love is not love. In depth explanation of the text and context. The poet asserts that true love does not allow for obstacles or hindrance, suggesting that it is a force that cannot be weakened by external challenges. This reflects the idea of the true love is steadfast, unchanging. The line reinforces the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 3: Which alters when the alteration finds. In-depth explanation of text and context. The poet declares that the true love does not change when the encounters challenges or changes in circumstances. This suggests that true love is constant and unwavering even if it faces adversity. The line reflects the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 4: Or bends with the remover to remove. In-depth explanation of the text and context. The poet asserts that true love does not yield to attempt to separate lovers, suggesting that it is a force that cannot be weakened by external challenges. This reflects the idea that the true love is steadfast and unchanging. The line reinforces the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 5: Oh no, it is an ever fixed mark. In-depth explanation of text and context. The poet describes love as an ever-fixed mark, suggesting that it is a constant and unchanging guide that remains steadfast even in the face of adversity. This reflects the idea of the true love as reliable and wavering force. This line enforces the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 6: That looks on tempest and is never shaken. In-depth explanation of the text and context. The poet describes a true love as something that remains unshaken even if they face a storm of challenges, suggesting that it is a force that cannot be weakened by the external circumstances. This reflects the idea that the true love is steadfast, unchanging. The line enforces the poet's belief in the enduring nature of true love. Line 7: It is a star to every wandering bark. In-depth explanation of the text and context. The poet compares the true love to the guiding star that provides direction to the Lordship, suggesting that it is reliable and unwavering force that helps navigating through the life challenges. This reflects the idea of the true love is constant, unchanging guide. The line enforces the poet's belief in an enduring nature of true love. Line 8. Whose worth unknown, although it is heightened, be taken. In-depth explanation of the text and context. The poet describes the true value of the love was immeasurable, even though its possession or presence can be recognized. This suggests that true love is profound, invaluable force that cannot be fully understood or qualified. This line reflects the poet's belief in enduring and immeasurable nature of true love. Line 9. Love's not time fools though rosy lip and cheeks. In-depth explanation of text and context. Here the poet declares that the true love is not the subject of the whim of time, even though physical beauty may fade with age. This suggests that true love transcends physical appearances and remains constant over time. The line reinforces the poet's belief in the enduring of nature of true love. Line 10. Within his bending sickle compass comes in-depth explanation of the text and context. The poem here describes how physical beauty falls within the reach of time's sickle, suggesting that it is a subject to decay and death. This reflects the idea that true love transcends physical appearances and remains constant over time. The line reinforces the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 11. Love alters not with his belief hours and weeks. In-depth explanation of the text and context. The poet declares that true love does not change with the passage of time, suggesting that it is a constant unchanging force. This reflects the idea of the true love transcends the limitation of time. The line enforces the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 12. But it bears it even to the edge of doom. In-depth explanation of the text and context. The poet declares that true love endures even at the end of the time, suggesting that it is a force that transcends all limitation. This reflects that the idea that true love is eternal and unchanging. Line enforces the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 13. If this be error and upon be proved. In-depth explanation of text and context. The poet challenges anyone to prove that it is an understanding of the love is wrong, suggesting that he is confident that his belief is enduring nature of true love. This reflects poet's conviction and certainty. The line reinforces the poet's belief in enduring nature of true love. Line 14. I have never written nor no man ever loved. In-depth explanation of text and context. The sonnet concludes with the poet declaring that it is an understanding of love is proven wrong, then he has never written anything, and no one has ever truly loved. This suggests that the poet's belief is enduring nature of true love is absolute and unshakable. The line reinforces the poet's conviction, and certainly it is an understanding of true love. Summary of the poem Sonnet 116 is one of the Shakespeare's most famous sonnet, defining true love as an eternal, unchanging, and unyielding. The speaker argues that the real love does not waver in the face of obstacles or change with time. Instead, it is a guiding star immune and external forces and lasting until the end of the time. Sonnet concludes with an emphatic statement: if its definition of true love is wrong, then no one else ever truly loved. The first quatrain tells about the true love is unchangeable and should face no obstacles. If love changes when circumstance changes, it is not considered to be as a true love. The second quatrain describes about the love is compared to a steady fast lighthouse that endures storms and serves as a guiding star to the lost ship. Third quadrant describes about love is not a subject to the time power. While physical beauty fades, true love remains unshakable. Final couplet says, if Shakespeare defining about love is wrong, then he has never written, and no one has ever loved, an assertion that reinforces his absolute certainty. Let us see the critical analysis of the poem. The definition of true love could be found in this line: let me not the marriage of true mind admit impedance. The phrase the marriage of true minds suggests a spiritual, intellectual, and emotional connection rather than a mere physical attraction. The speaker rejects the idea that any obstacle, impedance should hinder the true love. This recalls the traditional Christian wedding vows, let no man put us under, reinforcing love's sacred and unbreakable nature. To analyze this statement, love as a never fixed mark, in these lines, such as, oh no, it is never fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. Here, the author he brings forth the love is compared to a lighthouse which guides sailors through storms and remains unmoved. This image emphasizes love's strength and reliability. The use of tempest suggests that love faces hardship and yet remains unwavering. And to critically analyze these lines, it is the star to ever wandering bark whose worth unknown, although it is heightened to be taken. Here the author says the love is like a north star, which is guiding sailor and wandering barks for centuries. It is true value of immeasurable. Sailors can measure its heights and not with its worth. This implies that love power cannot be fully understood or calculated. Let us analyze the following lines. It is the star that ever wandering bark whose worth unknown, although it heightened be taken. Here the author compares love is like of a north star which guides the sailors for wandering bark. Wandering bark here refers to the sailing ship, and so the north star guides all the wandering bark for centuries. And he also adds that true value is immeasurable. Sailors can measure its heights but not its worth. And finally, he says it implies the love of power cannot be fully understood and calculated by anyone. Now let us see the analysis of love versus time in these lines. Love not time fools, though rosy lip and cheeks. Within his beating sickle compass comes. Here the author says the time has been personified as an grim reaper with a sickle, with that which destroys youth and beauty. However, the true love does not fade as a physical beauty does. This directly contrasts the theme and many earlier sonnets where the speaker mourns the feeling with the nature of youth. Let me conclude with the final bold assertion. If this be the error upon be proved, I never written nor no man ever loved. Here the author Shakespeare stakes his entire poetic career on his definition of love. He suggests that if this is wrong, and then the poetry and love itself not exist. This absolute statement adds weightage to the argument. He is utterly convinced of true love external nature.